Half again, and hello, it's Fo, and welcome back to Turbine City. Last time we'd been eyeing up unlocking a new tile. That's going to let us fix our railroad. That's why we've chosen this tile rather than going with the other side. So we'll get our standard roundabout connection in from our turbine. We're going to fix this rail line, the parts that we now have access to. I can try using the Move It tool to grab all the sections and nodes and try and align them with the raised height. But it takes the land up with it, rather than instantly turn it into a bridge. If we try and connect more than one section at a time, it decides it wants to go back down to ground level. A bit strange. We'll try extending the section from up here. That stays elevated, that's fine. Yeah, when we make these other connections, it seems to want to go down again for no reason. It's maybe just using the curve tool, I'm not sure. Oh well, we'll just have to do it bit by bit, I think. Yeah, if we page up to get the elevated height, but we try and go too far, it tries to dip back down again for some reason. Very strange. Oh well, we've got there now. Just tidy things up and move it. Try and make it look nice. Give it a natural curve, so it's not too stressful for the trains. That'll help them maintain their speed. Then we'll recreate this bypass that connects these two. Again, we'll just use Move It to tidy it up a little bit. That's that fixed. Also want to extend our canal out, obviously. We'll move this node and extend the canal out into our new tile. Just delete this one, the pillar, so we can get under. I think what we want to do is maybe come up both sides of the roundabout, and we can make like a square, and that can create a nice route for our ferries. So we'll leave enough space that the highway can get under the railroad and then up to make a bridge that we can then remove the pillar from. Same with this side. From the edge of the city lines, we want to leave ourselves enough room that we can go up to make a bridge. And we can extend our roads out so we can make our canal bridges. Just like we did before. Try and get it as close as we need to be to get 17 meters for our bridges. Want to come slightly closer to the canal with these nodes. Yeah, that should be the appropriate distance. So now we've got our marker, and we can extend these roads out. Then we can create our 3 bridges. Hopefully we've got enough room to come over the canal on the other side here. So we'll just move the nodes on the train track, get our roads extended out, expand our road network into our new tile. We're doing this on pause because we're starting to lose citizens. They're unhappy that they don't have any more housing. There's no more space for them. So we'll wait until we've got some housing set up, and then we'll let the simulation go again. Yeah, we'll try and get most of our bridges put in now, so we can delete the parts of the canal. pillars removed, get the canal popped back in again. I quite like the work we've done already with the canals. I've never used them before, so I'm feeling quite confident. It's been quite successful. As long as we keep using the same system, I think we should be fine. Can have the ferry coming back up into the city a little bit. I've got enough room for another bridge over here for some reason. Yeah, I think it's just the slight slant of the canal itself. I think it's not quite perfectly aligned. It's not perfectly perpendicular to the river itself. But we'll work with what we've got. It's easy enough to sort of extend the roads up to meet the canals. So we'll get our bridges in now. Get the pillars out of the way. And re-establish the canal. We should be able to pop in the stops for the ferry and everything, just like we did before. They don't require that the water is there in the canal and fill up yet. So we're fine enough to get them in and get them placed. Just get the main road network set up. Can use move it to sort of tidy up this road. Not quite straight. Just move a few nodes. Does mean when we take roads off it, the zoning won't be perfect. It's not exactly square, but sort of split the differences. Get things as tidy looking as we can. Now we've got the main roads in. We can go for the smaller roads. And get in one of the ferry stops. And getting some zoning. Along here we're going to have to use offices or commercial. Don't want to put in too much commercial. I think I'd rather go with the offices. They seem to be complaining less. We are using quite a lot along the canal side. Let's pop in some more services. Use public service buildings to take up the space instead of using it all for zoning. Depends how much housing we can get in. Obviously want to create just the right amount of jobs for the people, but not so much that all the workplaces are screaming there's not enough workers. I think initially they're going to complain that there's not enough low-skilled workers anyway, because everyone is highly educated. As I've said before, that problem seems to resolve itself. After a while they stop complaining and they just accept the workers with a higher level of education. So we'll get our first ferry stop in here. As I say, hopefully the ferries can go around in a big loop. If we create a square with our canals, the ferries can go back round and then back around to the river. So try and keep our stops evenly spaced on both sides, so everyone's got access. Don't want to put in too many, but just about as frequently as we had them on the river. So there should be a sort of even amount of stops between the ferry lines. And people like to use the ferries and they're quite high capacity. They are a good mode of transport. We'll have to remember to extend our metro network as well. It'll be a bit awkward with the canals. I get the feeling that the metro lines won't want to happily go underneath the canals. We might need to page down again to try and go twice as deep underground to get under the canals. But down here we are at sort of 38 meters height, so don't know on the lowland if it's going to be possible to go that deep that we can get under the canals. There could be issues and we might need to go overground. We could perhaps pop in a bus service. I hate using buses because it just generates more road traffic. If we compensate by going in and turn off all the traffic lights, maybe change a few roads to have the bus lanes, I think that helps a little bit. Mitigates the extra traffic that they cause on the roads. It would be extra assets that I could put in. I do want to cover all the assets, but yeah, I don't normally use buses. I just fully cover everything with metro service. All my cities are always metro heavy. I like having the overground option now. That is good. I did use the monorail once, but I found it was very noisy. It turned out it made people sick because I had it too close to the housing. I presume using the overground stations would be equally as noisy. So if that's the case, I'm not sure what the benefit would be having the monorail when you could just have your overground metro. I do want to pop in the monorail over in our other tile, since we've popped in the hub for it. But I'm reluctant as to try and put it in, then it's going to get complicated because I haven't used it for so long. I'll have to give that a go at some point. Get that area totally finished off. I'll try extending out the metro first and see how hard a job that is, what we have to do to extend the metro network out, get it all connected up around the canals, or over the canals, or under the canals. And once I've got that set up, we'll know how much free space we've got to do the monorail. Trams, I think, came with a Snowfall DLC that I don't have, so I've never used the trams. I get the feeling they'd be much the same as the monorail. I think they're maybe slightly less noisy. As I say, I've never tried them out. Hopefully we've got enough zoning in here that we can get back above the 690,000 population. Once we let it run. Get them covered with water. Get some more pipes in for them. The water pipes don't like going under the canals either. You have to sort of align the nose just right, so it's an even slope for the pipe to go under and then back up again. So it's a little bit fiddly, but not impossible. Keep your pipes going relatively straight. Get this whole area covered. Don't need to worry about it for a little while. Then we can get the simulation going again. Let these guys all come in. Drop down a save. It's crashed on me a few times, so you don't want to do a whole load of work like that and then lose it. So we've got our guys coming in. Yeah, they seem to be crying about low skilled workers, but that'll ease up. And Now just keep extending our little road network out. Filling in here. Adding more people to the population. Try and get up to the 700,000 mark. And just remember to get more services in here. Can use it where we're gonna occupy mainly with offices and things up here. Can be the service zone. That way we're not creating too much zones, places that are going to have jobs. We don't want to create workplaces where we don't have workers. So we'll try and go easy on the offices and the commercial for a bit. If anything, we want a few unemployed people, because there's no more jobs left in the town. All the businesses are happy. So fill in this little bit. And remove any tiny little bits of zoning that are created. We're far enough away from the canal to get in residential straight away here. This should create a little overabundance of workers for all these new businesses and offices that are complaining. I don't think we need to go all the way on the outside. Create a little gap. We need to worry about the rail. Get a park and a car park rather than zoning. And then we can take residential from here. We'll extend the roads down, even if it's just to put in more sewage outlets down at the sea. We'll make another key area. So we'll leave gaps to extend the roads out. See how many people we can fit in with the layout that we've got in this tile. Don't need to fill every little space. I'll rename this area after Badfish. The Gone Gaming channel. I like this detailing work, it's fantastic, you should check it out. Also turned on the policies, that's something I saw Sports Monkey do. Monkey see, monkey do. So I'm going to turn on the policies there. I'd never seen that before, I'd never noticed that tab. So hopefully that'll help out our industry area. Something I've been missing. I think I've been missing a few things for the industry's DLC stuff, but that's definitely one of them. So thanks Sports Monkey, you taught me something there. Gonna get our little roads in. It seems we've got a little bit of flooding. I think that's just where our canal's totally full up. It's just taking a moment for all the water to subside, go back down into the river. Just add more water pumps to help create more suction down at the end of the river, even it back out. I'm sure it's just temporary. The land is totally even, so there's no reason it would be, you know, at a lower point at this end that the water would spill out here. Not a danger of that. I think it is just evening itself out after becoming full. You can always raise the nodes if it was dipping down. it seems to be subsiding. Get our canal side little road in. Leave some space before we get the next ferry stop in. I think we want one more on the other side of here. Or maybe around the corner. We have to consider the other side as well. It's a little bit fiddly here. Need to drop that node down. Seems to be going up for no reason. That one's not straight either. Yeah, I need to tidy this up a little bit. Probably helps push the water back into the canal, but yeah, there's no reason for it to go up. Keep it nice and flat. And get this bit nice and square. Another stop in here. So at the start of the curve, but that's fine, it's not too bad. So we'll get some more services in before we get some more zone in. Make sure we keep up with everything. Get a couple of incinerators in. Make sure everyone's getting their rubbish picked up. Use service buildings to connect the power across. Get another cemetery in somewhere. We'll try and find a good fit. Maybe over at the end here. If we can tuck it in. These smaller things I think we want up against the canal. They don't have to be on the main road themselves. Just get a mixture of everything in. All these healthcare buildings, and well-being buildings, and fitness stuff, as well as your basics, the fire and the police. We haven't put in schools for ages. I sort of miss it. You don't really need them, but why not? We'll use the smaller versions, I think. I'm trying to find room for the larger ones. Don't think the other university is much smaller, but I don't really want to put stuff on the outside. If I can get away with it. See if there's a space I can pop this in. Perfect. Park in here. Maybe a couple of the smaller car parks. These ones. Another one tucked in over here somewhere. Go with the Burger King. Get in the KFC as well. The Aqua Park. A little bit of everything. Keep people happy. Can maybe get in the skate park again. The one we got for Dean Boy. That'll be a lovely area. So again, we'll just use a little bit of the space for offices and commercial, now that we've got these buildings in. There won't be too many workplaces generated for the amount of residential we're going to get in. We do want easy access to commercial, but they will travel. Don't think they're going to complain about it too much. If they have a 5-minute walk to get to the shop. I think the guys in this area are going to be going to the Burger King and the KFC anyway. I know I would. So we'll let these guys come in. We'll come back next time, see how they get on. Until then, take it easy. And I'll see you in the next one.